this September. Bad blood will be settled.
This is more than personal.
The long-awaited trilogy.
There's real bad blood here.
Canelo versus Triple G. September 17th, live on DAZN pay-per-view. Visit DAZN.com.
Hi guys, this is Melissa Zad for Into Boxing, and I am so delighted to be joined by the superstar, Masood Abdullah. How are you doing, Mas?
I'm good.
Very short, succinct answer. I like it. Just for the audience's viewing benefit, Masood just came off of a very last-minute six-rounder, really last minute, and you got the stoppage in the fourth round, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know what round it was, but shit, fourth round.
Yeah.
I should have stepped on the gas a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't in the earlier rounds. It was definitely like, because I was like, oh, is this an 8-rounder? And then I looked on the running order and I was like, oh, it's a 6-rounder, okay. But the stoppage came, nonetheless. Do you feel like it came too early?
I feel like it came far too early. The guy was okay to continue. I think one more round or like one extra minute, I could have taken him out. And I want a good KO. Like, I'm not getting that. The ref stopped it a little too quick.
I would argue that it's still a good KO. I mean, you obviously had him hurt. You were picking your shots really nicely. The combinations were coming out, and it was clear that you were moving through those gears. So it was a good KO, perhaps a little bit too early. But obviously, as he's a seasoned guy as well, he's very durable, right? So perhaps the ref was like, this is probably just a safer for his health.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But yeah, I do want to say, sorry, I little bit. I do want to say thank you to Kakachi's team, because they, honest to God, so I got this notice as I was going on the flight to go to Belfast, and their team really helped me out a ton. I mean, I didn't really get much sparring in until I went in and sparred them, so it's been a tremendous help. I've done over 22 rounds with him, and such a great host, such a great team, and I wish him the best for his world title fight. Just wanted to say a massive thank you to their team.
That's really cool. I was actually going to ask you about it, because obviously we saw it on your social media that you'd gone over and were sparring Kakachi, but you were last out in July, so really was this the first time that you were getting into competitive sparring again?
Yes. I mean, I took some time out. My hand wasn't great, so I took even more time out from sparring or doing anything, and then just slowly progressed forwards. But I got my real sparring in. Like, I was getting in shape whilst I was sparring him. So for me, that means a lot. I don't know. Like, I have to, thank him and give him a spotlight and just be grateful for the entire camp, because I trained alongside them doing everything. I done their runs. I done his S&C. They welcomed me with open arms. So just want to say a big thank you.
That's really sweet. What do you feel like what was some of the lessons, maybe the top 3 highlights of your time there that you took from the sparring in particular?
The sparring was, I started copying him. So I do this thing where if I spar somebody and I admire them or whatever, so I try and copy what they do. And those uppercuts which I was throwing, those were his uppercuts. And if it works, I'm like, great, I'm stealing this, and this is going to be my tool, one of my shots now. I'm going to make it my signature shot. But it helped a ton, and because those uppercuts were landing.
The ones to the body, you mean?
Body and head. Because I was starting to lift it up, go to the head. And I wish I'd demonstrated a little bit more, but I guess it was a bit of a rush.
Do you know what, though? I'm actually really happy, because normally when I speak to you post-fight, you're very hard on yourself. But today you actually seem quite balanced, which is nice to hear. Obviously, you were fighting 2 weight classes above your last performance. You were in Super Featherweight tonight. Do you feel that at a higher weight you're more comfortable or more powerful?
Not necessarily. I'm fighting at a high weight because I took such a long time off. And then, again, I'm a fat shit, so I like eating a hell of a lot. But yeah. No, I think I'll be better at featherweight or super bantam.
So in terms of, your next fight, what weight class are you preparing to fight at?
Next fight, I may regret saying this, next fight I want to try out super bantam. I want a good 8-10 rounder there, test it out. If I feel great, cool, I'm going for a title fight. If I don't, I'll go back up to featherweight and fight for a title then, because I don't need to practice making featherweight. I can just go up and fight.
Okay, so my last question for you actually is, no, actually I've got 2 more questions, I'm lying. So firstly, in terms of, this title fight that you're talking about after you've had another fight in Super Bantam, who have you got your eyes on?
No one really. I mean, someone just announced James B. Jr. and I think that's a good. I feel like that's a good matchup because he's a seasoned boxer. He's a Midlands champion. Why not? I think that'd be great. That'd be a good step up for me.
James Beach Jr., watch out, Masood's coming for you. And my last question to you actually is, we've got Canelo and Triple G, the trilogy fight coming up this weekend. A lot of people are counting Triple G out, saying that, he's 40, he's a bit too old. A lot of other people are questioning what Canelo's psychology is going to be after coming off of a loss. Who do you have winning? How do you have them winning? And what do you make of the trilogy fight in general?
So I want to say this. Father Time catches up to everybody, and every dog has this last day. So Canelo coming off that loss, he is going to be fired up because I know how upset I was. I was kicking myself for weeks, and I know how fired up he's going to be. And it's just, he's the younger, hungrier fighter. Triple G has had over 20 title defenses. Can you imagine? He's been in the game for such a long time. He's on a decline. So Canelo's going to do the job. I don't think he's going to knock him out. I think he's going to go through the rounds. Triple G's chin is just too good. And I hopefully this will be Triple G's last fight. And I hope he makes millions and retires super healthy.
I mean, he's been such a great ambassador for the sport. Like, what a guy, right, Triple G?
Yeah, amazing guy. No, big drama show. That's the only thing I can think about whenever I hear his name.
Mas, as always, thank you so much for your time and many congratulations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.